Alright, Stampede family, another night of breaking day on these YT YouTube streets. Now I ain't even gonna hold y'all. When it comes to stream y'all, for me, it's like amateur night at the Apollo. In other words, humble beginnings, people, humble beginnings. So y'all gonna see a whole lot of bloops and blunders, pauses and losses, but it's all goody. It's called progression. The rules on the block goes like this. If you feel something I'm saying is cap, then hit your cap emoji. Then get it off your chest how you feel about the situation. If you feel the math is mathing, then hit one of them heart emojis to show your love for the content. With that being said, let's get to chefing up this content. So what we got on today's menu?
All right, let's talk about them Save-A-Lot stores. I've been seeing a whole lot of Save-A-Lot stores. I don't know what's going on with them, but let me dive in on it and let y'all see what's happening.
Neighbors and independents have one less option for where to buy their groceries. The Save-A-Lot on Blue Ridge Cutoff near the stadiums is closed.
So the store owners say they had to close due to theft. Only on KSHB 41, anchor Brian Madrick takes a look at the impacts the store's closure will have on a community and the new owners who plan to come in.
At Dixon's Chili, you can find some good food, but sometimes the people who work here go here for something else.
We went over there just to run over to grab something, and like, oh, well, they're closed. So what are we going to do?
The new option is to jump in a car and drive to another market. When you come to this old Save-A-Lot on Blue Ridge Cutoff, you're greeted with a closed sign, followed by an explanation. This letter blames a decline in business and theft.
Where no big stores want to come in, we're here to come in and serve the community and pick up the pieces from everybody, too.
That's Tony Gutierrez with El Mercado Fresco. The Hispanic market plans to move in. And we were there as workers cleaned out the store. Independence police tell me they were called to the former Save-A-Lot 14 times in 1 year for issues like shoplifting and money stolen from a register. Gutierrez says they'll have security and something extra.
Once we show customer service, I think that's it. That's going to reduce a lot of theft, a lot of taking out.
So the good news, a grocery store is coming back to this location. Bad news, people will have to wait several months. And make no mistake, the absence of a place to buy fresh food certainly will leave an impact.
If you think about these communities that lose a grocery store, they're really without these fruits and vegetables that are just necessary for a good, healthy meal.
UMKC's Brent Never studies underserved communities. He says the impact of losing a grocery store goes beyond food.
We always think about buying stuff, but you see the cashier, you may know the cashier, you may know your neighbor in the store. All of that has a lot of value.
This is the value the people at El Mercado Fresco hope to bring to Blue Ridge Cutoff. This is their store on Independence Avenue. They say the big difference will be fresh food.
Serve the community with freshness produce, fresh meat, a bakery.
The new owners hope to hire 50 to 60 workers and open by Thanksgiving. In Kansas City, I'm Brian Madrick, KSHB 41 News.
So as y'all can see, they told them people they shutting down because of what?
Welcome to the Northport Save-A-Lot here, and we are so excited to celebrate.
They said they shutting them down because of a lot of thieving and stuff going on like that, you know. But only thing is, peep this.
On Buffalo's east side, there may be one fewer place to now shop for groceries. Save-A-Lot inside the Broadway Market is on the verge of closing. And if it closes, that would leave the Aldi's across the street on Broadway and the Top Supermarket on Jefferson Avenue as the only remaining grocery store chains in the area. 7 News senior reporter Maki Becker spoke with shoppers and staff at the store about the impact this closure will have.
Man, it's bad. It's bad. Real bad. You know, it's going to make another desert.
That's the only store that I had by me. I feel like they shouldn't let it close because it's the only store we got in the hood.
A handwritten sign on the front of the Save-A-Lot says store closing, and shelves inside are almost empty. A lot of people in the Broadway-Fillmore neighborhood tell me they're concerned they're losing a much-needed grocery store. I spoke to the owner, Ron Horgan, by phone. He confirmed the Buffalo News report that he's planning to close that Save-A-Lot. He tells me he's 6 months behind in rent and losing money due to shoplifting. Kenny Oquendo, the meat manager, says it's a shame.
It's horrible. Horrible. The people around here need this store, but then again, the thievery here is brutal. I don't know how he makes money when, they come in here with garbage bags and black garbage bags, fill them up and run through the registers or run through the back.
Now, there's a chance this isn't a done deal. Ron and city officials tell me they are still talking. Kathleen.
Y'all hear that? They said they coming up in there with garbage bags. Garbage bags, people. Literally taking garbage bags, throwing a whole bunch of food up in there, running out the store. Times is hard on the boulevard, people. Times is hard.
Peterson, the Broadway market manager, says they just heard Monday that Ron plans to close the store.
So we're actually meeting with the owner of Save-A-Lot tomorrow, Wednesday, to discuss him being in the market, he's a vendor in the market, and I have not received anything from him saying that he's closing.
So on Tuesday, the store was still open and shoppers were here clearing out the shelves, but they tell me no more deliveries will be coming to this store.
It's bad because now the senior citizen doesn't have anywhere to go. There's nowhere to shop. Now people that don't have vehicles, now they have to bus it or try to get a jitney or whatever it is.
They're closing up everything in the neighborhood. And it's a shame. And it's a shame this happening to us, and everybody else is living so big, but the people down this way, they've been living like this for a minute.
We'll let you know what comes out of Wednesday's meeting with the city. Maki Becker, 7 News, Buffalo.
So yeah, y'all see that, right? Another one getting shut down. So let us continue. I think they said this in Lancaster.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Fevin Casahoon. We begin tonight with neighbors scrambling to figure out how they will make ends meet after a budget grocery chain announced that it's closing their community store. Now, we're talking about the Save-A-Lot in Lancaster, which is slated to close for good next month. It's located on Aurora Street, where the store has been for more than 2 decades. A post on social media did not indicate why this location is closing, but the owners are pointing shoppers toward their nearest store in West Seneca. We know this is an important issue to this community and those who frequent this location for lower cost groceries. That's why we want to hear from you directly from the voices who are impacted. 6 shoppers shared their concerns with 7 News reporter Taylor Epps.
Well, neighbors tell me they are absolutely distraught that this store is closing, and really, they don't know what they'll do. I want to share their voices with you now.
Hi, I'm Jan Belanti.
I'm Debbie Loretto.
Charles Eddy. I'm Ron Gatza. I'm from Lancaster, New York.
A community that will soon be without this Save-A-Lot. The store is set to close on September 7th.
They can't get rid of this. These people around here depend on Save-A-Lot.
And everybody around here knows that. It's pretty convenient, It's like a giant convenience store for all of us.
I go to Save-A-Lot almost every week here. I'll miss it terribly.
And I said, well, that's just another kick in the good old shorts,
There is a Tops nearby and a Wegmans here. The nearest Save-A-Lot is in West Seneca, but those options will be tough to get to for elderly neighbors who live here at the Lancaster Towers, right across the street from the Save-A-Lot.
Everybody's on budgets. How are they going to go and pay cab fare? $10, $20 back and forth a week.
So it's like, oh my God, where am I going to go?
And they can't travel to West Seneca.
to the next Save a Lot. It's just wrong.
Butter and some bananas.
Why is this your first choice for shopping?
It's in between here and Tops, and the prices are cheaper. So it's just one of those things that I'd rather go here than to a big box store.
Everybody knows that economy and inflation is off the wall. Everybody, so you come here, you save a little.
Y'all see what happens when you get rid of middle class and you only got the poor and the rich? You see what happened? Everybody getting hit with it. Everybody.
But,
But a new report from the Labor Department shows inflation is slowing.
But it's calmed down. I think things are getting better.
I don't feel that at all. It seems like each time you go into the store.
At all. Like what he say? Huh? What you mean? What you mean? Inflation going down? Y'all bugging.
The prices have risen again.
Yeah, it's a crunch on all of us,
All walks of life is feeling the pinch big time. I don't go out and eat anymore. I don't go to restaurants. I buy most of my food here.
Which is why neighbors are hoping September 7th isn't the end for this Save-A-Lot.
If there's some way we can save the store, I would really like to do that.
I mean, I don't know if the town can do anything, but somebody should do something.
Taylor Epps, 7 News, Lancaster.
And there you have it. And now with these stores keep closing down like that, people in panic mode. So even places where they ain't announcing it, people shook. So this is what they out there doing. Peep this.
We begin tonight with news of a gathering of residents demanding an end to crime. Crime that threatens access to the only supermarket in their neighborhood.
It's an important part of the community in an area residents are calling a food desert. Our Bree Buckley was there tonight.
After repeated break-ins and vandalism at the Save-A-Lot store on Noble Road in Cleveland Heights, neighbors are concerned.
If you know something, say something.
They're calling on the vandals to stop, fearful the company may eventually decide to shut the store down if the crime continues.
This store isn't closing, and we're not going to let it close from no hoodlums and thugs and petty criminals breaking in here trying to destroy this store.
Save-A-Lot corporate spokesperson confirmed there are no plans to close the store, and the company looks forward to partnering with community members to ensure safety for all.
If you know who's been breaking in the store, turn them in and tell on them, because we can't afford to lose this store.
The group says this area would be a food desert without the store, a necessity for many without transportation.
You can walk from East Cleveland and you can walk from Cleveland Heights, right in the area.
Some employees told me off camera that they're concerned about their safety and want to see security on site. Customers agree.
If they can get security here, I would feel more safer, but I'm from the hood, so I'm still gonna come. I'm just saying.
After I talked with customers and employees at the store about the need for a security guard, I reached back out to the Save-A-Lot spokesperson about if that was a possibility, but I have not heard back yet. And Russ, this of course comes after the Huntington Bank and the Buckeye Shaker neighborhood in Cleveland had closed, citing those violence and violent crime concerns.
The residents obviously concerned there as well.
Yes, it's concerned it could happen to them as well too at the store.
Bree Buckley, thank you.
Of course.
Joining us.
We begin tonight with
Man, poor Ernest. And he fighting a losing battle. And I give my opinion, and I mean, yes, my opinion, why I feel that closing them stores is inevitable. And I'm sure when y'all see what comes next, y'all will agree. But let's keep it moving.
news of a gathering of residents demanding an end to crime. Crime that threatens access to the only supermarket in their neighborhood.
It's an important part of the community in an area residents are calling a food desert. Our Bree Buckley was there tonight.
After repeated break-ins and vandalism at the Save-A-Lot store on Noble Road in Cleveland Heights, neighbors are concerned.
If you know something, say something.
They're calling on the vandals to stop, fearful the company may eventually decide to shut the store down if the crime continues.
This store isn't closing, and we're not going to let it close from no hoodlums and thugs and petty criminals breaking in here, trying to destroy this store.
Save-A-Lot corporate spokesperson confirmed there are no plans to close the store, and the company looks forward to partnering with community members to ensure safety for all.
If you know who's been breaking in the store, turn them in and tell on them because we can't afford to lose this store.
The group says this area would be a food desert without the store, a necessity for many without transportation.
You can walk from East Cleveland and you can walk from Cleveland Heights, right in the area.
Some employees told me off camera that they're concerned about their safety and want to see security on site. Customers agree.
If they can get security here, I will feel more safer, but I'm from the hood, so I'm still going to come. I'm just saying.
After I talked with customers and employees at the store about the need for a security guard, I reached back out to the Save-A-Lot spokesperson about if that was a possibility, but I have not heard back yet. And Russ, this, of course, comes after the Huntington Bank and the Buckeye Shaker neighborhood in Cleveland had closed, citing those violence and violent crime concerns.
The residents obviously concerned there
Yes,
as well.
yes, it's concerned it could happen to them as well, too, at the store.
Right. Bree Buckley, thank you.
Of course.
Did I repeat that? Did y'all already see that? I don't know. I think I showed that already. Anyway, let's keep it moving. Y'all hear that? They coming up with a way to make it easier and cheaper. Let's see what they talking about.
Dan Bowens is here to show us.
You ready to see the future of grocery shopping? A discount grocer is hoping to make buying groceries easier and cheaper for you.
Dan Bowens is here to show us exactly how it's done. And Dan, it's being done with the help of robots?
Yeah, you can see some of the robots moving around just behind me there at this warehouse. It's out in Brooklyn. Picture this, groceries delivered faster than you could do a load of laundry, cutting edge automation and high-tech robots filling that order, having it ready for delivery in just minutes. We had to test this unique micro fulfillment center out in Brooklyn to test those robots. You could call it a symphony of automation, a robotic orchestra, machines and algorithms harmonizing like well-rehearsed strings.
We've got about 100 ground robots and about 25 lift robots in the facility.
And the conductor of this mechanical ensemble, in many ways, that's your job, the customer.
It's amazing technology. I can't even begin to really explain it in full. I just know it works.
And it just might be the future of grocery shopping. So in all these containers, there's food or products. That's or, right. I mean, you were talking about fresh strawberries to dishwasher soap.
Strawberries to dishwasher soap to frozen bags of peas.
We're inside a unique micro-fulfillment center in Brooklyn, where discount grocer Save-A-Lot is partnering with Fabric Advanced Robotic Systems and Uber Eats. Bob Duane is Director of New Business Development at Save-A-Lot.
Essentially,
Yo, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, because y'all do know this already exists in trucking, right? And truck drivers out there, they know what I'm talking about. It's some places you go to the warehouse and you back up to that dock. Long they make sure that trailer cleaned out, so that scanner could scan that whole trailer, and then from there it be them same kind of robot things on wheels, but on forklifts, going up in that truck, loading them boxes up in there. No workers, just robots. And then once it's done, they load it and you take off. So it looked like to me all they did was just say, you know what? Keep the warehouse and just turn the warehouses into stores. So when the food get delivered in the warehouse, they break them down in containers or whatever, and then as people order food, they just had them little bins load up and you pay for it like that. Which means It's like they shutting down the whole supermarket sector. Like them Save-A-Lots. I'm saying with all the money they putting behind this, y'all think they gonna keep them stores open with them employees and everybody stealing like that? I don't know. Y'all leave a comment in the comment section. Let me know.
When a customer places their order on Uber Eats, it goes into the facility here, and the technology knows exactly where that product is. And they bring this product right to the selector.
Saving time and saving customers money for the company looking to make its first move into New York City.
It gets us into the city in an economical way. And it's in essence, be able to pass those savings on to our customers.
The prices that we've been able to introduce in the marketplace are typically anywhere from 20 to 30% cheaper because we're just doing it in a much more efficient way than you would be able to do it in a store format.
Fabric VP of Sales Jonathan Rav says the process starts when a Brooklyn-based customer places the order.
We've built a system that understands precisely where every item that we insert into the system, where those items reside on the Uber Eats marketplace for sale.
Then the machines go to work, gathering the items, some refrigerated, others frozen, bringing them all to an employee in front who bags them, getting them ready for delivery. Rav insists the automation is not a job killer.
We've created 25 net new jobs in this facility since we opened.
We had to test it out.
You want to place an order now? Yeah, let's do it. Set your address to 69 9th Street. Now search for the Save-A-Lot store.
All loaded up, I went with an admittedly weird mix. Maybe I could stump those robots. Frosted Flakes, potato chips, and floss.
That sounds good.
All right,
let's put that in. You want to go see your order being picked?
Yeah. But less than 5 minutes later, those items arrived to the front, bagged and delivered. This was like 5 minutes. So what do we got? Okay, I got my Frosted Flakes.
Got some chips.
I don't know why I ordered floss, but I ordered floss.
Floss is a good practice, so.
And some jalapeno chips. This is not bad. You want a chip?
Why not?
Pretty good. All right, jalapeno chips, Frosted Flakes. What more do you want? Save-A-Lot operates more than 800 independently licensed stores all across the U.S. and 32 states. This is the first location in New York City. Right now, you do have to be in Brooklyn to place an order. You can't be here on the Upper East Side to place one just to test it out. You got to kind of head across the river there. But those changes could be coming soon as the technology advances. It really is. As soon as you walk, I was a little skeptical, Kurt and Rosanna, but when you walk in and you kind of see the wall of the machines moving and you hear them kind of humming around, it just kind of reminds me of a symphony when I walked in there.
Yeah, well, it makes sense. Like you say, it's much more efficient. It knows exactly where the items are. So rather than, like when you go shopping, at least I do, you wander around, you're like, where's the peanut butter and that kind of thing.
I know, but then you find delicious chips and then you open the bag while you're walking around.
Let's see if I got those jalapeno chips back this side. I don't know where I put those.
Did you play?
Yeah, see, imagine that. Just think about it for a second. You know, people be picky about what fruits they want, vegetables, you know what I'm saying? You got to check it to see which ones are the ripest in the bunch. Yeah, the machines ain't doing all that. So I see a problem with that right there.
Place the order of your kids. You got jalapeno chips and Frosted Flakes.
I don't know what I'm doing. I just did it fast, but it's good.
It worked. All right. Interesting to see. Thank you, Dan.
You got it.
Building your own.
All right. So then we got another form. Yeah, say what you want, but them robots definitely creeping up into all your local grocery stores. All right, now, real talk. They ain't saying nothing, but y'all see what's happening. And I ain't even gonna hold y'all. One day I was in Walmart and I saw one of them things going up and down the aisles. I thought it was cleaning the floors, but when I asked one of the workers, they said, nah, it's scanning all the items on the shelves. Yeah, they seen that kept it simple in the video, but really, those things are replacing those people jobs that you see with the handheld scanners. Y'all know y'all be seeing them when y'all coming down the aisle. And that's what they be doing. It actually look like one of them stripper machine gun thing that shoot the money out, something like that. Y'all be seeing them scanning. Yeah, they taking them scanner jobs while the customers are taking the cashier jobs with self-checkout, which is a brain fuck in itself when you think about it. You go in the store, you buy your groceries, and then you get to the register, and now you got to clock in and go to work for that store scanning your groceries. Then, once you finish, you come from behind that register, clock back out, and now become a paying customer again. That's insanity at its finest. Walmart finessed us on that one. They started with just a few small items, checkout things, registers, so people could get practice scanning their own food without even realizing they was actually in training. Then when Walmart saw a lot of people was using the self-checkout, they made whole sections of self-checkouts. Once they did that, to force people to clock in and become their cashiers, they have only about 2, 3, maybe even 4 real employees open at their registers and let the lines back up all the way into the aisles. I'm sure y'all seen it. But they knew anybody in a rush was going to get with the program if they didn't want to stay in them long lines. Them people got to get to work, got appointments and all that, sitting there impatient, and then here come that cashier saying, excuse me, these are open over here. You can go use these and be right out of there. People started bum rushing them things. Yeah. And then they tell people, oh, we just short staffed. That's all it is. We short staffed on cashiers. But like I said, you could go use the self checkout. And fast forward today, and now they even have stores with all the big registers are self checkout as well. Even Walmart DoorDash drivers' jobs aren't safe no more. So check this out, Stampede fan. Peep this. Let me see if I can find this. It is gonna bug y'all out when y'all see this. I think I found it right here. Let's see. There, here we go. Peep this.
Walmart expanding drone delivery service to 2 more North Texas cities. Both Fort Worth and Arlington are now homes to grocery delivery of the future. Shoppers can get a drone drop off from Walmart centers, which are at 287 Frontage Road in Arlington and also the North Beach Street location in Fort Worth. According to the Wing Delivery website, 14 North Texas cities in all now have these drone delivery options.
So y'all see that? Drones.
No one seems to.
Drones. All you Walmart drivers, delivery drivers. Oh, y'all better start making preparations. Y'all need a plan A, B, C, and whatever else, cause you already see drones. They better not bring them things through the hood, though. I could see it now. This dude's getting up on the roof. Ready, aim. Bah! Oh man, them drones would be dropping like pigeons out the sky. Anyway, now I think of it, I remember seeing them drones being used in Africa years ago, and I was like, yo, that's hot. And when I say years ago, it had a lot of years ago. So that ain't new. They just now, Walmart just getting with the program. Yeah, the one I saw, it was this woman. She was pregnant, and she was having difficulties. This in Africa, and she was having difficulties with the bringing the baby in the world. So, and they didn't have the blood that she needed, and she was losing a lot of blood. So, you know, this is what happened. Let me show y'all.
Launching zipline 25 in 3, 2, 1, launch!
Meet the Zip, a 12-kilogram fixed-winged drone designed to solve one of the developing world's most pressing medical challenges. Developed by the Silicon Valley firm Zipline, the small dual-engine aircraft have been delivering blood products in Rwanda since late 2016. Historically, blood delivery in the East African country has been plagued by long delays due to bad roads and the remoteness of many health facilities.
Yeah, think about that. How are you going to get a delivery, an emergency delivery, through all them roads and hills and stuff like that to a hospital when that patient on the table and they don't got a lot of supplies? What do?
The consequences are often tragic for patients in need.
And y'all see the ambulance trying to go flying through there with all them holes and dirt and stuff like that, and then don't try it on a rainy day. Oh man.
Need of transfusions, including mothers giving birth, individuals undergoing surgery, and young victims of malaria. But Zipline's fleet of drones, which travel up to 100 kilometers per hour, can service more than half of Rwanda's district hospitals from a single launch site within 45 minutes of an order being placed. Thrust into the air by a system of bungee pulleys, the Zips follow a pre-programmed route using real-time kinetic satellite navigation. Zipline personnel, based at the company's Hilltop Distribution Center, follow their flight path closely on an iPad. After cruising above the Rwandan countryside, they descend in an oblong holding pattern before dropping their payload. The blood, packed into a shoebox-sized cardboard container, falls at a predetermined landing site, accurate within a 5-meter diameter, with the aid of a waxed paper parachute. Kabgayi District Hospital, a 90-minute drive along a winding 2-lane highway from the capital Kigali, is one of 5 pilot facilities where the service is now in operation. In the past, hospital staff would make 3 scheduled trips per week to procure blood products in Kigali, plus additional trips in cases of emergency. Now, a Kagabayi lab technician simply taps out an order on a smartphone, and a drone will soon arrive with the needed product. Zipline, which was founded in 2011, is the first in the world to offer the regular delivery of emergency medical products. It's an idea that came together after its co-founders scoured the developing world to learn how drone-based logistics could potentially help save lives. In many countries, they found reaching remote patients with treatment for health emergencies, including
You see what I was talking about? You see how that van look like it got hydraulics on it? You see that? So imagine if an ambulance trying to get somewhere.
hemorrhaging after childbirth, a leading cause of maternal death, was cost prohibitive or logistically impossible. In Rwanda, a country known for its famed 1,000 hills, Zipline found an ideal spot to test its vision. With 12 million people in an area the size of Maryland, Rwanda is highly compact, which offered the possibility of reaching roughly half the population from a single launch site. Demand for improved logistics was also high. Many of Rwanda's hospitals can take hours to reach along rutted dirt roads by car or motorbike. Emergency procurements of blood would
Ooh, ooh. Imagine them tires trying to get through there, man.
often not arrive in time. Rwanda's health sector, like most in Africa, faces many challenges aside from logistics, and some critics say that money spent on Zipline's high-tech gizmos could be put to better use elsewhere, on ambulances to transport patients that cannot be flown by drones, or health workers, particularly doctors, that are chronically in short supply. In the long run, though, Zipline's founders say their technology will drive cost savings by enabling a far more agile supply chain in which fewer items must be kept at last-mile facilities, minimizing waste and more effectively combating stockouts. This is true of blood as well as other products in the company's pipeline, including drugs to treat HIV, tuberculosis and malaria, rabies vaccines, family planning items, and diagnostic tests. Ultimately, Zipline plans to expand beyond Rwanda, both to other countries in Africa and potentially the more developed world, including
Walmart. Because as y'all seen, Walmart already got them there.
the United States.
So yeah, shout out to anybody who decided to step in the building and get their nosy on. We appreciate you. But that concludes this live stream. And as y'all can see, there's a lot going on with these grocery stores. And a lot of people are losing jobs. And pretty soon, you'll just be ordering your food from warehouses, and there'll be no such thing as grocery stores. That's the prediction of the future, people. That's what it's going to be.